You still here with your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. And I got another good one for y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Y'all know how I cover football season real hard when it comes to Jackson State University and basketball season. I really be on my journalism game, America, okay? And I had to step back from my interviews, but I'm back on it, okay? And I got a real one. I got a real one to kick this interview season off. You know what I'm talking about? I have a man who hails from Oak Cliff in Dallas, Texas. Big D. You understand? I have a man who is a proud graduate of Cedar Hill High School, class of 1997. You understand? I have a man who attended the illustrious Jackson State University. You understand me? I have a man who is an entrepreneur, a man who is out here getting to it, a fellow founder. You know what I'm talking about? It takes a special person to found something. I got one of them ones. I have the founder of HBCU OverDrive with Doc Holliday, which currently has over 1.5 thousand subscribers, and that need to go up and up and up after this interview. You understand me? Go over there and check that king out. I have a man that you might catch any day of the week going live, giving you game on HBCUs big and small. I am proud to have Doc Holliday here with me. What up, King?
What's good, man? What's good? What's good, man? Just getting off of work, you know what I'm saying? Trying to live it, trying to make it.
Right. Like we all doing, like we all do, you know what I'm talking about? But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you then. We gonna
Oh
get
no,
straight
I'm
to
good.
it.
I'm good. So once I'm at the house, bro, I'm good.
Well, we got to give the people exactly what they want. So that's why I'm not gonna hold you. We're gonna get straight to it. All right.
Yeah.
It's something I always ask the athletes when they come on here, you know what I'm talking about. So I want to ask you too, you know what I'm talking about. What
Mhm.
why did you choose to attend Jackson State University?
So the year that I graduated high school, um, before I graduated, Jackson State sent me a letter for the Mississippi Alliance for Minority Participation,
Mm-hmm.
which was at the time it was a precursor to the STEM program for the
Okay.
schools. So um, I decided I just want to go ahead and do it, and I put my name in there. They uh, brought me in. They accepted my letter and everything. So after I graduated high school, like a week later, bro, I'm on the road going down I-20 coming to Jackson.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is, my major wasn't in the STEM, for the STEM service. My major was history. It was broadcast journalism first, then I switched to the history.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I came to Jackson State. But then the other reason why I came because I lived in a house. I was I stayed with my uncle, my aunt. They was my legal guardians at the time,
Uh-huh.
and my aunt was proud alum of Prairie View A&M University.
Okay. Shout out.
So she wanted me to go down to Prairie View. She wanted me
Mm-hmm.
to TV. She wanted me to be in the marching storm because I played in the band in high school. Um,
What you play?
I played the trumpet and the French horn.
Okay. All right. All right. That's what's
So
up.
so I went down there to visit, and I politely told her no.
Ooh.
I,
Was
she
that a
wasn't.
tough conversation?
It was a tough conversation, but you know, growing up in a house with a HBCU alum, um, because my uncle didn't go to college. My
Mm-hmm.
uncle, he's a licensed electrician, so he didn't get to go to college, but he did community college. But it was the fact about going and getting an education that was the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my last five choices were Prairie View, um, FAMU,
Mm-hmm.
A&T,
Okay.
Arizona State, and Jackson State.
Okay.
So you see, I kept all those HBCUs up in there, and I just had one PWI.
Right.
They accepted me, but it was on a partial scholarship, and I ain't had that type of money to go out to Tempe like that. So
Mhm.
my final thought was to go to Jackson State. The person who kind of eased that decision for me was my stepfather. My stepfather was from born in Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Okay.
He spent most of his time in Chicago. Then he moved down to Dallas. He married my mom. Uh, but he kind of put that bug in my ear. We go to Mississippi all the time, so it's like might as well just go down there for go to school.
Mhm.
And I think when I did made that decision, it was the best decision that I made. It was the
Mm.
best one. My mom could say at the time that her only son, her oldest and only son, went to an HBCU. So we kind of keep that lineage up in there.
Okay. That's what's up. Speaking of HBCUs, like I told the people, you cover all of them, big and small. You break down the schedules. You very knowledgeable when it comes to the game. Okay, but
Mhm.
I'm concerned with this new era at Jack State University under Coach T.C. Taylor.
Right.
Okay, so given what you've seen so far, okay, whether it be from recruiting now to we got the first weekend of spring ball. What
Right.
letter grade would you give Coach TC so far?
So the letter grade I give TC right now would be a B plus.
Okay, talk to me. Why so?
Well, because of the simple fact that he did a hell of a job recruiting,
Mm-hmm.
and he also did a hell of a job trying to retain that talent back that we had under Coach Prime.
True.
So he had to talk a lot of kids out of the portal to bring them back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I also give him a B plus is because of the simple fact that we got kids that are defecting to get back into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
So like uh for instance, Shane Hooks, um, we just now found out Jeriante Davis, Savion Wilkinson. So we lost a key piece, of that team from last season. Um, but it's all about reloading. And
Mm-hmm.
what TC said, he said he got 15, 20 more players coming in after the spring game.
Mm.
After the spring game.
Oh,
And if TC keep his ears to the ground and he don't say nothing. He don't
I
say
like
nothing.
that.
He let his actions do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we need right there. Um, let your actions do the talking. But I give him a B plus. Uh, to see what we get in from the transfer portal, those players coming in that's graduating from high school, that's coming out from the JUCO ranks,
Mm-hmm.
and see how we fill out that roster. And of course, you got your walk-ons that's going to come in too, try out for the team.
Right.
But it will fill out the roster, and shoot, you just got to get to it now. Because
Okay.
the thing is, we're gonna start in the A. We're gonna try to finish in the A.
Right on. And if that happens, we're gonna have to give them a letter grade of an 8 in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now,
if we
so
give them
we can bump
like
them on up.
bump them on up. You know what I'm saying? The main thing is to get there. We're gonna start there, but to get all the way there and to actually win it, that's the main thing that we need to have right there.
That'll shock a
Um,
lot of folks. That'll
it would
shut a lot of people up.
it would shut a whole bunch of people up. It would shut those quote unquote DDRs. It would shut all those folks up right there.
I
It
had to
was
deal with a few of those. Yeah.
it would shut down a whole bunch of people that's in the swag saying that we ain't gonna do, we're not gonna do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying, the main thing is to get there. And if you a school that ain't got there, other than Alcorn, Grambling, or Jackson State, you don't need to do no talking. You don't need to do no talking.
Straight up, straight like that.
Straight like that.
All right. Sticking the spring ball then. We got this QB battle going on. All right, everybody talks about us losing Coach Prime. But we also lost our quarterback. We lost our starting quarterback. Okay.
Right.
So everybody's eyes is on this quarterback battle.
Hmm.
So are you favoring anybody at the moment? And if so, who and why?
Well, to me, my clear cut favorite gonna be Jason Brown,
I'm hearing
and
that a lot.
the reason why I say JB is because I interviewed him. Me and She Loves D. We interviewed him a couple of weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
but he has the 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 intellect of like, look, this my team right here. I'm taking over. Uh, you need to do this. You need to do that. So he's commanded the team out on the field. So, to me, he's more an extension to the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever TC thinking out there on the field, I think that's what Jason's gonna be thinking out there on the field too. Don't get me wrong. I like what I see out of Philip Short, and I like what I see out of Zion McDonald.
Okay.
But to me, the clear cut favorite is gonna be Jason Brown. And plus, it's his last year, so he only got one. This is his only year left. All with COVID and his medical, saying the medical red shirts being over. Um, and it's his last school too. He got to do, you know what I'm saying? He want to go out there. He wants to finish out his career with a bang.
Right, right, right. So something to
And
prove too.
to something to prove too.
Yeah, yeah. Chip on your shoulder, something to prove. You tend to get great performances out of cats like that.
Right,
And I take that. For whatever the reason, I take that. Okay.
right.
Uh I know you were tuned in, you were on top of it with the whole controversy with President Hudson. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you mentioned the DDRs.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that was right up there, alley. I saw a bunch of stuff on YouTube. I don't know, YouTube still be recommending stuff to me. I have no goddamn idea why. But I saw a bunch of stuff where the DDR were trying to tie the Hudson controversy to Deion Sanders and make it like a excuse for his actions. You feel me? What was your reaction to all the other folks that's out here in this game like we are that tried to push content, push that narrative like that?
Man, my reaction to it at first was when he first went on administrative leave. I was kind of surprised about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was going on. And to right now, unless you're real close to the school, you really don't know what happened. Reason
Mm-hmm.
why he went on administrative leave. Um, but also to find out when he resigned. Um, uh, I I I put it in this sense. I knew the vultures were gonna come out and try to start mess,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of tuned that out. Like, okay, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but whatever the president did or he didn't do, it had no connection to Deion Sanders.
Zero. And I can back that up. As somebody close to the university,
Right.
I can't speak on it publicly,
Nah, you good.
but it ain't got nothing to do with Deion Sanders, as
No.
you said.
And to people that the people that always saying, well, you didn't pay him enough, you gotta understand. Deion was one of the most high paid coaches in FCS. We're talking about FCS.
Mm-hmm.
Like the minimum a head coach in FCS would get probably about between like 150 to $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
You paid that man $300,000. You also put a clause in his contract where he gets 30% of the gate. Where if the number of people that's in the stadium at home exceeds a certain amount, he also did his 3 years. He
Mm-hmm.
signed for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? He signed for 3 years, and we could have extended him. But to me, he knew at the present moment last season, he knew at that moment like it was time for him. He wanted to go.
But ain't that crazy that these folks sit up here and they believe everything he says? So he says it's not about the money, but at the same time they say we ain't paid the man enough. How can both be true?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. And watching Deion Sanders hearing, because you gotta realize he's after he finished his career in the NFL, he stayed in Dallas. He stayed in Dallas.
Oh, so you've seen a lot because I've
Yeah.
learned some stuff. Now they recommended some stuff out of the Dallas area that I ain't know nothing about, like with the whole divorce and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
I didn't know it had got like y'all were getting some stuff on the news that we weren't getting nationally.
Right. So look at it, to me, I was like, look at his track record. Okay, he started up a school called Prime Prep Academy. Um, and it was doomed from the start.
Mhm.
The 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 people that they placed the school in the district with, they didn't want them there because they feel like they was gonna, take an advantage as far as recruiting the kids out of the certain neighborhoods around the city of Dallas,
Uh-huh.
especially around Oak Cliff, because that's where it was located at. Uh, Now I would say this though, he did field a good ass football team, and he had a hell of a basketball team. You
Okay.
talking about guys, especially for basketball. You talking about guys like Terrence Ferguson, who
I
got
remember T
punished,
Ferg.
T.
Okay.
Bird, and
Oh,
and Moutier. Emmanuel Moutier was on the same squad right there. Yes,
I ain't know that. I ain't know
yes.
that.
And then he
Okay.
had some players on for Prime Prep that went on to become productive players in football. In college football. Um, and the reason why I say this because I had two cousins that actually played for him too. Um,
Okay.
Both of them. One was a defensive end slash linebacker. My other cousin, he played safety and cornerback. They excel, but by the time they was trying to get it to the second year, um, the school folded. It folded. So all the kids that were there, they had to go back to their respective schools where in their neighborhood.
Mhm.
And being that my cousins went to Cedar Hill, um, they both went back to Cedar Hill. One of them graduated from Cedar Hill. The other one transferred, went to Red Oak High School where he graduated from.
Mhm.
But it was a failure. It was doomed to fail. And then, of course, the divorce that he had was highly publicized, and it was nasty. It was one of them knockout drag out fight type
And
of
see,
divorce.
I ain't know that because even though I've been a Prime fan since I was a child, like some of that stuff I ain't pay attention to. I just looked at him as the entertainer in his post thing. I ain't look at him like a Muhammad Ali. Like I studied Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan. I ain't studied Prime like that off the field.
Right.
So I guess YouTube with this algorithm or whatever. Then started
So
recommending stuff, and I'm getting stuff from y'all local television.
yeah,
I say, what? What is going on here?
yeah, man. They like he had some stuff like he had a house. Him and Pilar had a house in Prosper, and basically, they divided a house straight down the middle,
Literally.
literally straight down the middle.
Okay.
Um, and basically Pilar got out of there. It was some things about domestic violence
Mm,
between them two, and she got out of there. She ended up moving to Rockwall, which is on the east side, going towards I would say Texarkana, East Texas.
mm.
Pretty much probably about 30 minutes outside of Dallas.
Okay.
That's where Shalimar and Shiloh and Shador were supposed to stay with them. He ended up getting custody of the boys. Shalimar stayed with Pilar. Um,
Okay.
that's the reason why you see Shiloh don't really give two shits about sometimes about his dad. Um,
Right.
he really don't. He moved to his own drum, to the beat of his own drum. So um,
I can
But
understand that.
that I mean that's the thing. But I will give him this. I will give him this. He did when he founded Truth his youth football sports. He did give those kids, from the inner cities, what I'm saying, from Oak Cliff, South Dallas, Pleasant Grove, West Dallas. Uh, he did give those kids a chance to go out there and shine and not look, not be looked at as less than.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you want, man, I got plenty of stories about his two older kids. I got
Uh-oh.
plenty of stories about them, because they went to Cedar Hill also.
Oh, okay.
And
They went to your high school.
they went to my high school. And here's the crazy thing, though.
Okay.
Remember, I told you my aunt, right?
Right. Prairie
She,
View down.
she taught at my high school. She been teaching at my high school since 1994.
Oh, and you know the teachers. No, I'm a former teacher. Yeah, the teachers, we know everything.
So she know everything. She
Oh.
knew. Yeah, we had a conversation about certain things, and it was just crazy. Though. It's funny to me.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. All right, then. Well, I'm gonna put you on the spot with some. We ain't made it to the put it on some segment yet.
Nah, you
But
good.
this is slick. Put it on something ish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know this is gonna be tough for you, but I know you're ready for it. This is what you do. All right.
Yep.
Who are your fave 5 JSU football players ever?
Ooh,
Okay.
I was thinking about that, man.
Don't matter what position, you can mix it all up. Okay. But I'm only giving you 5.
All right. So since I came into Jackson State in 1997, two of the guys that I was cool with from the get go, Corey Bradford,
Ooh.
Sylvester Morris.
Look, Corey Bradford, shout out to Corey Bradford. He played for my Packers for a minute. He would take the top off. That
Yeah.
joker had that speed, boy. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Sylvester Morris. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Two of the, one was country and the other one, you know what I'm saying? He got that New Orleans flavor up in there, man.
Okay.
My third one, man, I'm gonna go with rest in peace, Wild Man, Rashard Anderson. My
Long
fourth,
live. Long live.
my fourth one would be Casey Terrio, White
Shout out
Tiger,
Casey. Shout out. Shout out.
White Tiger.
Hey, Casey, supposed to have that movie coming out. You say you're gonna make the announcement, don't put it on something. We still want that, Casey.
Bet. And then my last one, this is the one I kind of got I got mixed in with. Okay. So my my fifth one would be, man, I'm gonna have to put it on Aubrey. I had to put it on Aubrey.
That's a bad man.
That's a bad man when he, and the reason why I say with Aubrey, man, because bro, he knew he was messing up when he was in school. You saw it. We saw it. We all saw it on the dot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And for him to, in the spring, and then when the fall came, for him to turn around in the fall of 21 and didn't make no excuses. Listen to the coaches, especially Coach Hart. You know what I'm saying? Coach Hart, he talked just like us. He talked just like us. He don't sugarcoat nothing. That's somebody I want to, you know what I'm saying, have on my side right there. But like he went, you know what I'm saying, he went through hell and high water.
Yeah.
And he graduated and he invited to the Senior Bowl and the HBCU combat. Like he did what he's supposed to do. That's the reason why I like Aubrey, man. But them first two, Sylvester and Corey Bradford and Sylvester Morris,
Them your dog there.
them my dog. And that's the only reason why I say that is because I was there. When I met Corey, y'all, I'm tell you like this. I thought Corey played linebacker because he was cut. You know what I'm saying? It's summertime. We out there. We behind Dixon Hall and we hooping on the back, on the court and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking he played linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He got up. Corey got up.
Okay.
Corey was jumping on an 11.5-foot goal on the backside of Dixon Hall, man. You know what I'm saying? And he a good legit 6'1", 6'2". I'm 6'4",
Okay.
and jumping on the 11.5-foot goal, and like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I see you play on the football team. I ain't even asking what position he played.
Uh-huh.
All I know is, bruh, first game of the season, we went to Birmingham, Alabama, play
Okay.
Alabama State.
Mm-hmm.
First play of the game, Corey runs a fly route, 80-yard touchdown.
That's Corey Bradford, I remember.
That was his first play ever at Jackson State. Sylvester, on the other hand, was like, he was cool, you know what I'm saying? He suave, but he'll mix it in with you,
Okay.
and when I'm looking at, you see him on the field, like the route running, like he can run, like at the time he can run every route on the route tree. He had a big catch radius.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing I liked about him is he blocked for his tail for the running back. Shout out to Destry Wright, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shout out.
Shout out to Destry Wright, all-time leader, rushing leader at Jackson State. Like, he blocked for him, and you know what I'm saying, it was all about the team. And he'll
Right.
tell you, it wasn't about me. It wasn't all about me. It was about the team. Because Big Daddy didn't play that shit. Big Daddy Carson,
Shout out.
he didn't play that shit.
Right.
He didn't play it. And then Wild Man, he lived up to his name. He was wild.
That's a hell of a five. That's a hell of a five. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? I might have to ask everybody this and stack them up and maybe put them out as a poll and see who got the best five. But that's a hell of a five to start this season off. All right.
Yeah.
Like I told the people, you've already done a schedule breakdown and everything like that. You've examined them. You brought the analysis. Okay. So let me get your way too early predictions. Okay. I just want to focus on the Mississippi schools that's in this way. Okay.
Yeah.
We focus on the Mississippi schools. All right. Way too early predictions for the regular season records of Valley, Alcorn, and Jackson State University.
All right. So let me start with Valley.
Okay.
Valley ended up winning, I think, 2 games last season. They got a new coach that came in, Coach Wade.
Mm-hmm.
They got some offensive playmakers. They got a transfer QB from New Mexico State.
Okay.
I see the invigoration with the program.
Mm-hmm.
I have them winning 5 games.
Okay.
I have them winning 5 games. And if they get lucky, they could probably win 6.
Now you might be making the people being happy with that one right now, because I think they'll take that this year.
They got a game against North Carolina Central in the Circle City Classic early in the year.
Uh-huh.
The last time they played them boys, they played them in Valley.
Mm-hmm.
They took them down to the wire. They beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say they win at least 5 games.
All right. What about Alcorn, the people down there in Lorman?
Ah, man. I see my boy G need to be on here for the big bad Braves. Man, all right. Got a new signal caller with Tyler Macon, transferred from Missouri. The only knock about Alcorn is Fred lost his defensive coordinator and his secondary coach to Jackson. To Jackson.
Took some.
But we talking about Fred McNair.
Right.
All right. He gonna make something out of nothing.
And I gotta respect him. Okay,
Yeah,
rivalry aside, you kind of gotta respect him.
yeah. So then that tough West, and everybody in the West is they done got better
Mm-hmm.
because on the real, the team that you really need to beat out there in the West would be Prairie View. Prairie View got some dogs.
Mm-hmm. So now, ain't he gonna be happy you said that one right there?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, I have them at least winning 7 games,
Okay.
at least 7.
But Jackson State in the TC Taylor era, year one of it, was your prediction.
My prediction for Jackson State, um, first game tells it all. Play South Carolina State. We try to get our lick back from them from 2 years ago.
Need that.
Second game of the year, second game of the season will be FAMU. The last year for us to be in the OBC
They've
down
been
in Miami.
talking every time we win, they still be talking.
They talking to us. We're gonna have to humble them. They have not beaten us in 4 years
It don't matter, they
in
still be
in
talking.
this century, but
Right.
they ain't beat us in 20 years. We just gonna put it just like that.
Okay.
They had not beaten us in 20 years. The last time we lost to them, I watched that game because I was at that game. It was
Okay.
in it was in 1998. They came in, blew the brakes off of us, and went back to Tallahassee and talking shit. Um,
Probably been talking ever since.
right. Southern, I really do not care. I mean, well, I do care about Southern, but it doesn't matter because it's it's not a it's not a conference game for us,
Okay.
but it's still Southern. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is
It's
Southern.
it's the boom box.
Right.
But my game that I'm kind of going to be worried about is Texas State. They bringing in their new coach and GJ Kenny. He was
Mm-hmm.
down there in Incarnate Word. We talking
Okay.
about the same coach that coach Lindsey Scott that threw damn near 70 touchdown passes at that school. Broke a lot of records.
Okay.
So that's the game that I'm kind of leery on. If we, you know what I'm saying, show, we might be able to win that game. It won't be a blowout. And then when you look at the rest of the schedule, it's pretty much fairly easy. Um, I would probably say they'll win 11 games.
Hmm.
Um, if they lose to, uh, and this is before we talk about Celebration Bowl, so they'll probably be 11-1. The one game I said they'll lose against will be Texas State.
Okay. Okay. I, I,
But
I can take that. I can take a regular season L and get me a Celebration Bowl victory. Because obviously, Coach Prime fucked up what I had. My prediction last year was that we were gonna
he
run the
messed up
table.
everybody's prediction.
We were gonna go undefeated. I told everybody, fuck it. And he messing with my reputation. When I say that, I was undefeated, you know what I'm saying? Other than when my brothers coerced me into it. It's been a
Yeah,
couple times they coerced me in the book and stuff. But other than that, I was undefeated. Nah, I didn't fuck that up, and I told everybody that Deja Woodard was gonna get a dunk this year. That queen fucked that up. So now I gotta get back right. I gotta get
gotta
back
get
right
back
when
right.
gotta get back right when I book it. You know what I'm talking about? But 11 games, that sounds good to me. 11 games, Celebration Bowl victory. I will take it.
I'm gonna tell you like this though. We are on a what's that? 20 game SWAC win streak right now.
Mm-hmm.
Conference win streak. We'll tie our own conference record. Remember, we own the conference record with 28 consecutive wins in conference.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about during the WC Gordon days.
Hey, I was looking at some stuff by him earlier today. I said this man really dominated the Reagan era. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
he was he was that dude.
Yes.
WC Gordon was that dude. We'll end up tying that record, and then the following year we'll break it if we get the chance to break it. But it's kind of hard to do it now. Back then, it was easy because we only played 6 We only played 6 conference games.
Mm-hmm.
So, but y'all be on the lookout for that record right there. That would be something special.
All right, y'all heard it from the man. All right, he looking at Valley, about 5.
About 5.
About 5. Alcorn, about
7.
7.
7.
And Jack State University, about 11. And we, get that SWAC title again, go undefeated in the SWAC, okay, and go back and get the Celebration Bowl. I will take all that. I'm here for all of that. All right. Yep. But I can't let you get out of here, King, without making you put it on something. All right. These are fun, and the real ones tend to like these. All right. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
Start, bench, cut. Okay. You can start one, bench one, and you got to tell the other one you got to go home. Okay.
All right.
Robert Kent, Casey Terrio, Shedeur Sanders. Star bench cut. It's your ball club now. You the head coach.
I've seen all 3 of those quarterbacks play, man.
I know you have.
In fact, I was in school where Superman was here.
I knew what I was doing. I was thinking about all this when I did this.
Superman was in school when I was in school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, he was there when I was still back I was back here in Texas at the time. And then Shedeur, I seen him play from his sophomore year in high school.
Uh-huh.
So I knew what to see, I knew what I saw about Shedeur. But taking the fact that Kent is our all-time leading passer in school history, I probably gonna have to start Shedeur because of his, accuracy, completions. He ain't turned the ball over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bench Casey.
Okay.
Because he brought us back from a lot of deficits. he was that dude,
right,
at Jackson State. And I'm sorry, Robert. I'm sorry, Superman. Boy, I had to go back to Indianola, bro. I had to send you home, man.
And you really took the feelings out of it. I just knew you about to go Robert after giving me the backstory. But okay, you kept it the ball. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And the thing about with Superman, I mean, he was that dude, but it was around the time during the James Bell era that he played. So
that's the coach that my OG C. Lee McKinnon say we don't speak of.
We do not speak of him.
We don't speak
do
of.
Not speak
shout out OG. Shout out OG. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Now we're going to coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this time we're doing promote. So this coach, you can also you bump him up. Okay, he gonna be not only the coach, you bump him up and give him title of AD. Okay, that's the promotion he'll get. Okay, demote this guy. You take him from being a coach, you just make him a coordinator. Okay,
mm-hmm.
But this next guy, you got to fire him. You don't want him nowhere around the facility. Okay, you didn't took the key, changed the codes. He can't get in the building no more. Okay, so promote, demote, and fire. W.C. Gordon, James Big Daddy Carson, and Deion Sanders.
Look, W.C. Gordon is the godfather of Jackson State football.
He is.
So you gonna promote my guy up.
Okay.
God rest his soul.
All right.
So, Big Daddy Carson.
He got a black national title.
He got a black national title, 1996. I remember that. I wasn't in school, but I remember it. But he was one hell of a defensive coordinator under W.C. Gordon.
Okay.
So I had to bring him back down to being a coordinator. And I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, You were given the fact that you gave us 2 SWAC titles, but you could not get it done in 2 Celebration Bowls, plus all the distractions and the way that you left out of the school. Yes, I'm gonna have to fire your ass, Deion Sanders.
Hey, he said your elevator get terminated. You had to terminate him up.
I terminate your ass. I'm a man. I'm a manager at my job, so I give you that piece of
Oh, you
paper.
used to doing this.
I'm used to doing it.
Okay. All right. Next one. Since I know you're a Dallas man through and through, okay?
Sir.
We gonna do something for Big D. Let's go basketball first.
All right.
Game winning shot. Who you giving the ball to? Okay. We down one. This ain't the tie. Okay. We need this to win the game or it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going with the man that already has a statue outside of y'all building and Dirk Nowitzki? Or are you giving it to the young legend that's cutting up for y'all right now? The white boy from overseas. Well, both of them white boy, but I be calling this man he's still a boy. He's still a baby and cooking like this. So that's why I call him the white boy, Luka Doncic. Which one you giving the game winning shot to?
Dirk.
Oh, light work. Dirk just brought y'all one.
Dirk gave us a championship.
He got
Dirk been with the squad since 1998. Putting in work. And I remember when he came in. Look, he was a package deal with Steve Nash.
Okay.
So he was tentative his first season because he didn't, he was still trying to get used to playing in the NBA. He was still trying to get used to playing with the physicality at the time. You're still talking about this man came in when the Bulls were still up and going. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that dynasty that you have down there in LA where Shaq was getting ready to start up. So he came in, you know what I'm saying, still trying to get that physicality, and man, he persevered. But like I said, he brought us a title. He lost the title. He lost the title for us in 06 and brought us one back in 2011.
Can Luka, let me ask you like this. What does Luka have to do to possibly challenge Dirk's GOAT status in that organization?
Well, to challenge the GOAT status for Dirk, man, he just gonna have to put in that work. And he has
will an MVP do it? Like if he get 2 MVPs but no rings, will that do it? Or does he have to deliver a championship to y'all?
Got to give us a chip. We greedy now, man. Look, I'm from that, you know what I'm saying? People in Dallas, we greedy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he gotta play within the system. And to me, that's what Dirk knew how to do. He knew how to play within the system. And when we won our championship in 2011, the squad that we had around him, Tyson Chandler playing defense, he told that man you got to play defense in order for you to win this ring. Sean Marion, you know what I'm saying, knockdown jumper, even though his jumper was ugly as hell. but he also played lockdown defense too. Jason Terry coming off the bench, the Jet, you know what I'm saying? But the man that just stirred the whole pot that year was Jason Kidd. We needed that point guard that to come in and stir that whole pot. And he was the dude. And we talking about Jason Kidd, he was older. He was older. We ain't talking about the Jason Kidd where he was in New Jersey as a net.
Yeah,
just being ignorant with everybody on the court.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And to me, we had to make that change. You had to make that change from Steve Nash to somebody like Kidd again. Because Jason Kidd, not only is he gonna pass the ball, he's gonna play defense, he's gonna knock down 3 points, 3-pointers, and he's going to be the leader of the team. And that's something I feel like Steve Nash couldn't get over with us fans. Like, you don't play defense. Don't get me wrong. He 50, 40, 90.
He is one of those guys. He one
He
of them
50,
guys.
40, 90. But what else can you do for us in order for us to elevate this team? He didn't have what he could do, to elevate. Dirk, I'm gonna just tell you like this. Dirk was just he was just on a whole nother level. He was just on a whole nother level. Nobody, and you gotta realize, nobody never seen a guy like that, before. 7'1" that could shoot damn 3-point shot dead in your eye and be looking down at you at the same time while he's shooting it and turn around knowing it's gonna go in and go back onto the other side of the court. Luka, man, he got a lot, to me, he got a lot to learn, but I ain't gonna lie, he cooking. He be cooking folks out there. The other main thing about Luka is he got to stay healthy.
Right.
He has to stay healthy. That was something that Dirk actually did all the way up until probably like around 2012, 2013. That's when you started seeing the little knick-knack injuries and stuff like that kind of plague him.
Mm-hmm.
But Dirk was durable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He could go out there and play 75, 70 to 75 games for you. He ain't had to play the whole 82, but he could play at least 75 games for you. That's all we need.
Well, shout out to both of them. Shout out to both of them. Dirk is my young boy Charles Dickens' favorite player. Now, this is a black boy from the hood. His favorite player is Dirk Nowitzki. He'll tell anybody that, you know what I'm talking about. Straight up. That's it. So shout out to my young boy for real.
And
He
I'm
gonna love your answer.
And I'm gonna tell you this: Dirk still invited. He invited to the cookout.
Hey, he got him a black woman too. I used to see Dirk coming through that thing pregame, just like I do. My wife fixed my my lunch and everything too. I used to see Dirk doing that. That's real. Dirk know about that. Shout out to Dirk. You know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm very interested to hear your answer on this one.
Bet.
This the one I've been wanting to get to.
All right.
All right. Again, we stand in Dallas. Game-winning drive now. We need a 2-minute drill run perfectly. Tony Romo or Dak Prescott?
Shit, I go with Tony Romo right now. In fact, before you even, I won't even go with Tony Romo. I go with Troy Aikman.
Now, I left Troy. I knew you were going to go Troy because Troy got the ring. Troy got the jury and everything like that, okay? That's why I wanted to leave him out. I wasn't going to bring Roger up in here either. Leave them boys over here. They got the jury, okay?
Right.
I wanted to go to these two cats that it's been like they good, but Tony didn't get over the hump, and Dak hasn't gotten over the hump yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is the vibe in the city on these two cats? Because Tony ended up still being beloved. He on TV now. He's still, you know what I'm saying? I watched his football live.
He still live here in Dallas too.
So you see what I'm saying? He's still getting the love, but he ain't got y'all not now bowl. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. 2-minute drive, man, bro. I'm gonna go with Tony.
Oh,
because
okay.
Tony Romo had like he had the nuts, like go out there and let your nuts hang type attitude.
Okay.
And he didn't care who the offensive coordinator was calling in the plays. My boy gonna go out there and improvise by himself, regardless. Regardless. Dak plays too much within the system. So if whoever the OC is, he's gonna go out there and give that same play that the OC gave him. In some instances, that kind of put us in situations where we tend to lose games in these last couple of years. But I will say this about Dak: he can lead us in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like he 2-minute drive. He has fourth quarter comebacks you know what I'm saying, in his pocket. But Romo was on a whole nother level when it comes
Gotta
down
go
to
Romo.
fourth quarter comebacks, man.
Okay. All right. Cowboy Nation, I want y'all to chime in on that because I'm real interested in that. All right. One more. I'm interested in this one too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're going music. Okay. The Texas, y'all have given us some of the best rap music ever. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
I gotta go here with you. This one is called Turn Up, Turn Down, Delete. Okay. You can turn up one. Okay. Turn down one. And the other one, their music got to be deleted. I'm talking about you ain't going to find an album nowhere, playlist gone, all it just vanished. Okay.
Yes,
Turn
sir.
up, turn down, delete. The Ghetto Boys. And so that includes, with that, you can include Scarface and all his solo stuff too. Okay. So I'm just saying,
Okay.
Ghetto Boys, Scarface, everything together. All right. UGK. Okay. And we know Bun did a bunch of solo joints. Now we know Pimp, Long Live the Pimp. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He has solos. Okay. Everything included. And everybody connected to Swisher House. Okay.
Woo!
Ghetto Boys, UGK, Swisher House. Turn up, turn down, delete. And remember, your homeboys at Cedar Hill High School, the ones that graduated you in 1997, they're going to be listening to this. And they're going to holler at you in the group text now about your answer.
Man. So all of them, I listen to all of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, shit. My first rap album that I got was UGK. Tell Me Something Good. Yeah. Um, Swisher House. I started listening to Swisher House when I was at Jackson State. To be exact. I was.
Them boys had took over Mississippi,
They,
man, for a
they,
while
they.
there. But everybody them coming out of there, folks Mississippi was jamming them boys.
But of course, I'm always gonna be DJ Screw first and foremost. But I understand the reason why you didn't put him on there.
Yeah,
I
because
understand.
that's too easy. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna turn up UGK.
Okay.
I'm talking about all the pimp stuff. Talking about all the bun stuff and what they do combined. I'm gonna turn down Ghetto Boys,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have to delete everything in Swisher House except for the ones I go to when I go to the Capitol. That's it. That's it. That's it.
You got to find a way to keep those up.
Gotta find a way to keep those because you know what I'm saying. You ride down the Galveston shoe, you like, man, you gotta bump something because you be stuck on the bridge, try to get on the island. Like shit, gotta bump something.
Right. Well, man, this has been dope, man. Before we get out of here, though, man, please tell everybody where they can subscribe, where they can follow you at. You know what I'm talking about? And all y'all real ones, y'all make sure y'all follow up and go do that.
Man, everybody, y'all could go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. HBCU Overdrive with Doc Holliday. I go on pretty much almost every night. Almost every night.
I told y'all
So
that.
5 days a week, bro. You can also follow me on Twitter at HBCU_overdrive. You can follow me on Instagram, pretty much the same thing, HBCU_overdrive. I don't have a Facebook page yet, but most people kind of follow me, with my real name. But I ain't trying to give out disclose that information unless you really know who I am at first.
Right.
But yeah, man, we got some big things going. Saturdays I do have a show that I co-host with She Loves D on my channel. She big state, big time Jack State supporter. She a Jack State alum also. So I always tell people, man, look, y'all, if you go subscribe to my channel, you can subscribe to hers. I'm always on with Ken, with Ken Clark, 14 KC 1400. Um, um, but man, it's all this is something that I picked up doing last year, man. My year is coming up in May with the channel. And I think this was the best decision that I ever made. Instead of doing something with sneakers, I'll do something with something that I know, which is HBCU sports and the culture.
That's what's
And
up.
and we need something like this because um, we got folks out there that's trying to tear it down, that's trying to uh, in a sense, it's basically trying to destroy it just by using their words and being negative. So um, even though we have a lot of things that goes on at our institutions, it might be bad. You still call you still call them folks out, but you also praise your institutions for the stuff that for the good stuff that they do. So that what I'm saying, you can't have the good without the bad. So that's something that we all need to, what I'm saying, go about and do. And for all those DDRs out there, I would say this. Nah, I'm gonna say it. Eat a dick. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the
That's
perfect
all I'm
way
gonna
to
say.
end that.
That's
And
all I'm gonna
we
say.
ending that joint straight like that. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you,
All right,
dog. This has
man.
been dope. All right. One.
All right. One.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?